This is Jay Bradley of Creepy Encounters. We are still in Wisconsin at that paranormal hotspot along the Chippewa River. Have another good video for you here today. What you're going to see is it's a segment of light that appears right center of frame and moves very rapidly off towards the right, enters some foliage and some saplings on the right hand side of frame, moves across it in a transverse fashion, reappears at right of frame, and then disappears. And because this beam of light or segment of light appears over the ferns themselves, I've dubbed this the Fern Beam. Let's take a look at the footage. For those of you who are new to Creepy Encounters, let's get a lay of the land at this paranormal hotspot. That's the Chippewa River in the background. We're about 60 feet inside the tree line and the edge of the river. That's the haunted oak. That's a white oak tree where many anomalous things have manifested over the past 3 years. And today we're going to focus on this. I call it Scar Tree. It's blackened, looks like maybe it had been hit by lightning, and this is where this manifestation is going to occur today that we're going to look at. I'll direct your attention at that red arrow at the bottom of Scar Tree. You're going to see a segment of light move from left to right very quickly. You're going to see it here, there. We'll look at this again several times, zoom in and slow it down. Let's look at this one more time at normal speed. You will see it emerge over the trunk of Scar Tree. There it is, moving to the right into the foliage and the saplings. I have now zoomed in. You're going to see it emerge right there very quickly. This is at normal speed. Let's take a look at that again. And then we'll zoom in and slow it down. Right there. I've slowed this down to 10% of normal speed, and you will see that segment of light go across the top of that red arrow and then move left to right in the foliage. Let's take a look at that again. You'll see that segment of light moving up towards the tip of that red arrow when it enters the foliage. See that right there? Just a little movement from left to right. Let's focus on the tip of that red arrow, and you will see that movement right there, transversely across the foliage from left to right. I've now slowed down the footage to 10% of normal speed. Let's look at that again. Focus on the tip of that red arrow. Yeah, it looks like it crosses the foliage at that point. We backed up again, and now we're going to see that segment of light at 10% of normal speed exit to the right of frame. So what happened is, in my opinion, that segment of light moved from left to right through that foliage and then exited right there. You'll see it where that red arrow is. And we'll zoom in and take a closer look at that in just a second. I've now zoomed in. You'll see that movement from left to right and then that silver segment exiting at right of frame. I've slowed it down to 10% of normal speed, and you will see it right there, crossing through the foliage and then off at right of frame and gone. Let's take a look at this one more time at 10% of normal speed. There's a little bit of a flash moving through the leaves, and then you'll see a couple more segments exit at right of frame and gone. When I initially saw this, I thought it was a spider web, but it was so different. In fact, I'm going to show you a couple spider webs that appeared just before the segment in question. You'll see horizontal flashing there. That's a spider web. That's very typical of those kinds of reflections moving back and forth, but you can see that's different. Let's look at that one more time. Right there, typical flashing moving back and forth across that horizontal web. Another horizontal web right here, back and forth. Typical, but this is not, and that's why I focused on this for this video at this point. Well, that concludes the video, Fern Beam. Very interesting. I've never seen anything quite like this before. As I mentioned earlier, I thought it was a spider web, but it just kind of jumped off the screen because I've never seen a spider web reflect in the sun like this manifestation did. And I've seen hundreds of spider webs in different orientations reflect and move back and forth across the screen over the past 3 years where I've been doing these videos. But I want to know what your thoughts are, your analysis and your feedback concerning what you've seen in this video. And feel free to do that at my YouTube channel at Creepy Encounters 9858 or on my website at creepyencounters.com. Thanks for watching.